Warning, this is a family-friendly radio. Children of all ages are welcome to participate.
This is my grandpa's geocaching talk show. And now for our latest news.
Hey geocachers, check it out. Cacheface.com is back by popular demand. Cacheface is a dedicated social network for geocachers to connect and share in their caching passion globally and in real time. Cacheface complements the existing geocaching networks and forums around the world and allows people to connect with these networks and forums that are quite limited to their own areas, locations, to come together in a global space and hang out, connect, share, and even make new friends along the way, all from one central place. That's www.cacheface.com. See you there. Hello geocachers, this is Hiker James
and Crazyceitter1966.
Alright, here we are with episode 38 on After Cache. This week we have a few stories to tell. Found a few caches this weekend and ran into a few geocachers. And so, okay, getting into our geocaching for this weekend. We're going to have to we can't speed the show up, but we can talk fast enough to create a little breeze. Because
it's too hot.
Yeah, you know, this studio has a problem with the central air working. I mean, it works, but when we're trying to do our show, you just hear a big roar in the background. The microphone setup that we have really picks up, and I don't want to cut it down any on the volume because then you won't be able to hear us.
So we get to sit in an oven the whole time we're doing our show.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
In the oven. Speaking of, it has been pretty warm down here this last week. And, well, it seems like it. I don't know. Maybe not.
Oh, no, it's muggy.
Okay. Well, I hadn't had any rain for about a week, I guess.
Yeah.
But, anyway, yesterday when we was out geocaching, it got up to, 84?
Mm-hmm.
And that's when we was out in it. And today it's got up to 82 already. Now we're looking at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and it's going to get warmer before it starts to cool down. So anyway, it's 81 right now. Feels like 83, and it was only supposed to get to 82. So we're pretty much on. They get it right on there, what the temperature is, but it does feel like it's 83, so feels 2 degrees warmer than what it is. If you guys out there, girls, gals, kids, people, so why don't you send us in an email and tell us how much your temperature is there and the kind of weather you're having. Tell us your geocaching name. Tell us where you're listening from, and give us a weather report for this weekend. And that'd be interesting to find out what kind of weather people have around the world.
And if it's cooler than here, I might just pack up and move there.
I see. I hesitate for you to say something, and you said that.
Well, what did you want me to say?
Well, of course, somebody might put in there that it's 40 degrees and snowing.
Oh, I'd love it. I'd love it.
Haven't seen snow since the 1st of December.
Hey, you won't ever see snow here.
I know. Okay. Hey, we're going to get into it now on what we did this weekend. And try to get this done before our little commercial time. We come up with 8 caches that we was going to go out and find, and it was only 10 miles from here. Just shy of how far we walked to find them 8.
Yeah, the walk that was only supposed to be somewhere around 1.5 miles tops. And we ended up walking 5.8 miles.
Yeah. In 84-degree weather.
For somebody that hasn't walked that far in 10 years.
No air. Everybody that passed us up on the boardwalk, we asked them if they brought any air with them, and they said no.
No, there was none at all.
Yeah, but even the shade. I mean, we was out there around noon, so the shade was straight up, you know. But we made it.
Yeah.
At the end, we made it.
All except the last half mile.
That's what I'm talking about.
Somebody was nice enough to pick us up and take us back to the last half mile to our car.
Yeah, it was one of the park workers there in one of their little
Gators.
Gators, yeah, pretty good sized gator too. It was a standard shift or three speed man, and well, you can tell the story because I was out on the side of the trail.
Oh, poor
looking
me!
For my geocache.
Yeah, I'm standing on the trail, sweating, shaking, getting sick. Felt like I was going to pass out, and this guy on a gator pass. Well, I hear him turn around, and he come back, and he looks at me, and says, "Are you okay?" Oh yeah. 5 miles later, no water, no air. We hadn't eaten. Felt sick. And then I told him we got to go way back over there to the swimming pool. So he just takes one look and looks way over there to the swimming pool, and he says, "Would you like a ride back?" Well, he didn't see Hiker James, so I'm, "Hey, you want to ride back?"
Yeah, if he'd have seen me, he'd have never asked you. I've been there before.
No, he says, "Oh yeah, come on, let's go. I'll give y'all a ride back." So he was nice enough to take us that last half mile.
Yeah, that water slide. That's what we was using for a landmark to find a way back if we did get lost.
Because that thing was huge.
It was huge. We'll get some pictures of that on the page today. And
the wood stork and part of the boardwalk.
Yeah.
Because I got those too.
Yeah, you got some good pictures of the boardwalk. I had my video recorder and ended up with 14 short videos of what we was doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I put all of them together into one video. It's 20 minutes. But I'm not going to try to upload that because it took probably 45 minutes just to transfer that from the program up to my computer. So I'm going to start doing that though. I'm going to start taking more videos, and cause I can post them up there too.
And if you post them, make sure I'm not in them.
Nah, we'll figure out something there. Well, if you quit running up there and saying, "I found it," you always saying, I found it.
Well, what am I supposed to say? "Oh, gee, there it is."
Yeah, well, okay. So anyway, the first one that we went to was shopping cache. That was interesting because it was behind in a mall, behind a mall. It was a Target store there, and we get out. When we get there, there's a sheriff's car sitting there, and we're clear in the back of the store. Nobody's parking back there except an RV and the officer, and he's watching this. We only parked about 3 spaces from him, facing him.
About that.
And so he's watching us, and we get out of the car and grab the camera, grab the camcorder, grab the GPS, grab the bag of toys. Oh, yeah, we grabbed everything but each other, and because he was there.
Uh-huh.
And so we was looking around, and I got the coordinates, and said 26 feet, I think it was.
Yeah.
And we walked about 20 feet, and it still said 26 feet. And I thought, wow, I'm looking at how far off my GPS is.
Yeah, it was off.
Yeah. So what I thought it was needed to be restarted. So I did restart it. And if I hadn't have, we wouldn't have got the walking miles that we'd had. We wouldn't know how far we walked later. So we got back there. We seen one that looked like it might have been that, but it wasn't. We just looked at it because that officer was still there.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, after we got the GPS and figured out I was looking at the wrong numbers, we started walking and out in the wooded area.
I was waiting on him to go, hey, wait a minute, where do you think you're going? He never got out of his car.
No, but he kept watching us. And I think what happened, because when we found the cache, it was a nice hide.
Yeah, I like that one.
It was a nice hide. It was SPOS.
Yep.
Yeah, suspicious pile of sticks. The hint was...
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Yeah, and there was a tree, a small tree that had died out and fell. And they had some, what do you call those?
Pieces of bark.
Yeah, but for the palm frond.
Oh, the palm fronds.
Palm frond stems, I guess you call them. And they had it covered with that. It was good, but it was a suspicious pile of sticks there. We walked right up on it. And after we signed that, then we was headed back out. And he was gone when we came out.
Must have knew what we were doing.
Yeah, I think he was sitting there to see, because we was walking around in circles there for a little bit.
Maybe he was wondering if we was nuts.
I think he was wondering if we were ever going to head the right direction for the cache.
Maybe.
I think he knew where it was at, and he knew what we was doing, and he was just sitting there laughing because we're walking around in circles.
We could have stopped and asked him, hey, where's the geocache?
He probably would have went out there and showed it to us.
Probably.
Now, that was the first one. That was a good one. Second one we went to was Golisano Children's Museum of Naples. And they have their kids that go out and do some geocaching. They have probably about, 6? I think 5 or 6 caches out there.
6 of them, I think.
And they're nice because they're easy to find. Some of them.
Yeah, the first one was easy to find if your GPS would have been on track.
Yeah, I was out in the jungle looking for it, and it was next to the sidewalk. Yeah, that was, come on, let's go caching. That was a small box. They usually have small to regular sized boxes.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't gotten any micros. Well, yeah, they did have one, didn't they? But anyway, we found that one pretty easy. And then we went to Come On, Let's Move. That was a nice one. That was a regular sized box. On the regular sized boxes, they use plastic ammo cans.
Yeah. Large
ones. And the small are lock and locks, about the size of a pencil box that you'd buy at the store for school.
Right.
And a couple of them they had tied down with the little straps where you couldn't walk off with them.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we found that one. Then we went to Come On, Let's Hike. That was a good one. That was the one up underneath the boardwalk.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I made Crazy Critter get it, and I put it back.
Yeah, because once I got down on my knee to grab it out of there, I had a hard time getting back down to put it under.
It was sitting on top of the crossboards that holds the boardwalk up. Took us a while to find that one, but it was there. And after we got it out and everything, I picked my GPS up and it said I was 3 feet from it. Mm-hmm. So it was right on target. Just a little trouble with the satellites yesterday. And then the next one was a little bit harder. We went to... No, I was wrong. Come On, Let's Hike was the one that was by the building where the rocks were.
Oh, okay.
That's where we met up with some geocachers out there. It was a Girl Scout troop. A couple adults and a group of girls from Troop 142. I guess that was here in Naples.
Yeah.
Somewhere. I didn't ask where it was or anything, but they was out looking for geocaches, and they walked up on us and was waiting in line.
They knew what we were doing.
What that one girl say to you?
She said, "I won't look to see what you're putting in there."
Yeah. So we seen what they took out.
The little toys that I put in.
So that was fun. And then we went to come on, let's hike. Let's see, come on, let's move. Let's hike down the lazy river.
That was the one the Troop 142 said they couldn't find.
Yeah,
and we found it after 20 minutes.
Well, last February when we just came down here for a vacation, Budesia, son of Skeeter Swatter, and me went out looking for some geocaches, and I had found 3 of these back then. So there's 3 of them I couldn't log today or yesterday. But when we went to find that, all we could find was the Velcro, and he noticed that over the edge of the boardwalk railing, down on the ground, it was about 10 feet.
Yeah, it was pretty high up.
It was laying on the ground. So he jumped off of it, and he grabbed that. It was the Altoid can.
Mm-hmm.
He grabbed it, and then he had to climb back up the post there that held the boardwalk. And it was fun watching him do that. But anyway, I looked for it, and I'm back and forth, you know. I thought it was here, but I thought it was there. GPS was sending me back and forth. I laid my camcorder on the railing. Crazy Critter says, I found it. Oh, where? Well, it was right there where I laid my camcorder down.
Yep, underneath the railing.
Up underneath the railing. So we got that and signed it, and everything's good there. Then, Come On, Pines Are Pretty Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Now that one was real good. I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Took us to a pine tree. Okay, so, and this was not. Usually when you see some pine cones laying around, the first thing you think of, it's going to be a pine cone. But these was laying next to the tree. And they were small, but of course the cache is a micro. And I thought, I found it. So I sent Crazy Critter around the side of the tree to look. She moved them 2 pine cones away from the side of the tree, and there was a hole in the tree. And it had one of those
key boxes.
Yeah. Hide a key.
Yeah, hide a keys.
And so we took care of that one. That was a nice one. All right. We're going to come back and do the rest of them here in a little bit. We're going to take just a short break, and we will return.
We'll be back after this commercial.
Geocachers, check it out. FTF Geocacher Magazine, the magazine for geocachers written by geocachers. FTF offers practical advice, hints and tips, cacher bios, and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Check it out at www.ftfgeocacher.com.
This part of Geocaching Talk Show is sponsored by Cache Advance. For a full line of geocaching needs, visit their website today. They are an official Groundspeak distributor, and they have everything you need for geocaching supplies. That's www.cache-advance.com.
Looking for a geocaching adventures? Go to geofleas.com, spelled F-L-E-A-Z. Along for the ride. Travel fleas are now GeoFleas. Order your GeoFleas today and go along for the ride. With over 6 million geocachers around the world, it can be hard to leave your mark. Personalize your geocaching experience with GeoFleas today.
To find out more about geocaching, go to geocaching.com. At the top left of the page, go to Learn and click on Geocaching 101. And from there, you will find all the questions and answers for what geocaching is all about. Then you can sign up as a free member or as a premium member and get started as a new geocacher and enjoy the worldwide treasure hunting game wherever you are. That's www.geocaching.com.
All right, we're back, and we are going to continue our last, 3 finds? 2? We only got 2 left.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So now the next one here, this was a joke.
Yeah, apparently it's been a joke for a lot of people.
Last February, I was down here and we tried to find it. Rhodesia, son of Skeeter Swatter and me. And they knew where it was because they found it before, so they was going to show me this fabulous little cache. It was a white PVC pipe, 4 inches in diameter and 18 inches long. It's supposed to be out there in the little jungle spot there. Well, we never did find it. So we got ready to put the list in our GPS, and I looking at it. This one wasn't any from Calisano at all. This was one somebody else put out there, but it was on the way. And I went back probably almost to last February when we was here. And there's a lot of finds, do not find, find, did not find, did not find, find, did not find, did not find, did not find, find. And then I thought, we're going to try it again. We was out there for at least a half an hour looking. We couldn't find it. Now, how can you not see something 4 inches in diameter, 18 inches long, and pure white?
Well, we went at least 50 feet in each direction of where it was supposed to be.
Yeah, we combed that place. So another DNF. So the bad thing about it is it's so far out there, you're going to have to walk another mile just to get to it.
Well, even Voodoo just said that when they found it the first time, it was there. They went back and they saw the rope that it was supposed to be. I guess it was around a rope.
It was attached to a tree, yeah.
She said the pipe was gone, but the rope was still there. We went back, and this time there wasn't even a rope there.
I think people was just, like you said,
Well, if you noticed, there was a found, and then there was 4 or 5 do not finds and a found, then 4 or 5 do not finds and a found. There was always at least 4 to 5 do not finds and a find. I think some smart aleck is going out there, putting it in there, going, okay, somebody found it, now we'll take it out, and when 5 people say did not find, I'll go put it back. Because when you go 50 feet from the place all the way around from where it's supposed to be, and it's not there, and then we met a couple coming back that asked us if we'd look for it, and we told them, yeah, but we couldn't find it. They said they spent 30 minutes out there looking for it and couldn't find it. So somebody, since they knew where it was and you knew where it was supposed to be, somebody needs to change the coordinates on it to where they moved it to.
That was Neapolitan 66.
Yeah.
Yeah, him and his wife was out there. I hope that was his wife.
No, I'm sure it was. Maybe a girlfriend. I don't know.
Or his wife's girlfriend. You know. Anyway, he was out there. Ooh, and so yeah, they seen us walking down the bike path or walking trail, whatever they call them, and Crazy Critter had her camera in one hand and a bag of toys in the other. I had my video camera and tripod in one hand and my GPS in the other. And, 20, 30 feet away, I heard him say, "You out geocaching?"
Yep.
I said, "Yeah." And so that's when they started asking us about that cache. That was called 3PK plus D in the park. If anybody want to go up there and look at that and see how suspicious that looks, GC code on that is 3BOZP. And I just think it's a little suspicious looking there.
Well, yeah, when you see the picture of the boy with the thing in his hand, there ain't no way you could miss it. Absolutely not.
Even if it was under some of that brush, it would show.
Yeah, you would have still seen it.
There wasn't any brush out there big enough to cover that.
So I agree with you. That one's a joke.
Yeah, so we'll wait, and first time we see somebody say they found it, we're going to run right out there.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway, that's my goal for finding that one. So, after we talked with them for a little while, gave them one of my cards for the radio show, told them to listen in.
Yep.
Yeah, so maybe they'll listen in and send us a little message there on our voice message and say, hey, we listened to your show. So Neapolitan66, if y'all listening, and just go to speakpipe.com/hikerjames. It's there on the card, and just click record. Say, hey, we heard your show. Tell us where you're listening from. They're from here too, though.
I'm sure.
And let us know. So we can say, okay. After we left that one, the next one was Come On, This One's a Home Run.
Yeah.
And like we started out at the beginning of the story, this is where it ended. We get there, and I'm looking at Crazy Critter. She's all, man, it's been a rough day on both of us, but she was had something loose in her boot, and it was starting to kind of like blister her foot there a little bit, and she was having a hard time walking. So she didn't want to tromp through the jungle with me to find this cache. So, and it was a ammo can, but I didn't find it yet before the city worker pulled up in his hot rod.
Hot rod.
Trying to talk her into a free ride back to her car while I'm out there. Pretty much, I didn't even know he stopped and backed up.
You know why he stopped? He felt bad for me.
He didn't know I was with you.
No, he felt bad for me because I thought I was going to pass out, and I was shaking real bad, and I must have been really white, and
yeah,
I think I scared him a little bit.
So anyway, I was 26 feet. I was walking in a circle, and everywhere I walked in that circle, I was 26 feet from the cache. So I'm figuring the cache is in the middle there somewhere. It's a high mogul area, but they said it's well tucked in.
It must have been well tucked in for sure.
Well, I didn't have time to look because some guy from Arkansas was going to run off with you.
Hey, you'd already been out there 10 or 15 minutes looking, so don't tell me you didn't have time.
Oh.
He's fooling you.
Yeah, it was. But I'm glad they picked us up, though, because it was a mess that day. Took us at least a half a mile, maybe 6/10 of a mile.
I'd have never made it back. Back
to the car. I got a little video of him driving away. The guy with a free ride back to the car.
There you go.
So a lot of people wondered if they had some kind of delivery service for your car, because they've seen it drop us off and take off again. Okay, so that wrapped up all of our 8 caches that we'd found. Wow, I don't have really anything else to talk about except that we done went through everything that I had on my mind.
Yeah, we can throw the pictures up of the boardwalk and the wood stork.
Yeah, we could do that too. Yeah, we'll get them pictures up there, and then we'll post this out. Now, I'll let you know that this is Sunday at 3:30 already.
Wow. So
we kind of missed getting it out by noon. But yeah, we'll get some pictures, and I don't see anything else that we wrote down or anything.
No.
Let's see what we got in our email from anybody. Well, I didn't find anything in the email, but we did get an email on Bill's Dream.
It's still floating around in Virginia.
Still floating in Virginia. It so did it where it went to. Somebody picked it up and came back 20 miles with it.
Yeah, they need to go toward Nova Scotia, not back toward Florida. We wanted to hit Nova Scotia.
That thing liable to hit Alaska and California and everywhere else on the
everywhere but Nova Scotia. Well, I'm hoping for Nova Scotia, but if it hits Germany or Canada, or not Canada, but Mexico or wherever, that'd be fine too.
Yeah, just keep it going.
Yeah. And I can say I am finally ecstatic about one thing.
Okay, what's that?
That travel bug that I had sent out the emails on asking if it had been lost or what the reason was why she hadn't let it go. Never got an answer, but finally, 9 months later, she dropped it off in a cache. So after 9 months of it, me
You
not
never
knowing-
got a reply from her.
Never got a reply from her. Have no idea why she held on to it for so long or anything, but she finally let it go. So 9 months later, it's out there again.
Wow.
Yeah, I was excited about that.
Well, yeah. If they've got a place that they want to go, and look at the thing when you get a. Don't just pick a TB up in one cache and say, "Oh, okay, I'll carry it to the next one." Well, you don't know. It might want to go the other direction.
Yeah.
And if you can't go that direction, leave it there.
Yeah.
If you can't replace it, if you can't place it in another cache within 2 weeks, give it to somebody that can.
Now, I did hold on to one for 3 weeks because we couldn't find
They
a
knew
cache big
about
enough.
it.
That was the thing. I kept in touch with them, sending them messages, letting them know that I'd tried to place it but couldn't find a place big enough for it. Or, I always let them know what was going on with their bug.
Well, you got an email from that one guy saying that he couldn't put it out because they got hit by the snow so hard. He
Yeah.
was up north there.
Yeah.
And,
I understand
there
that.
you know it, and anytime you get hit by hard snow, it's going to be a month at least.
Right. Well, even if your travel bug's lost, at least, let me know that it's lost, so I'll go, okay, you know what? I can't worry about this when it's not there anymore. And then it may pop up somewhere, who knows?
Another thing we need to get out to the people is if you find a travel bug and you say, okay, I'm going to take this and put it in another cache. Well, say it had a teddy bear or something with it, something big.
Mm-hmm.
And in the closest cache that would hold that is 50 miles from where you live.
Yeah.
You don't have to put it in that one. If you've got one right down the street that was big enough to put it in that you've already found once before,
Right.
just put it in that one and log it that you put it in there.
Yeah, go back and revise your log.
You don't have to put it in a new cache that you just found.
Right. And I don't know that a lot of people know that.
Yeah, I can go to a cache every day and put a travel bug in it and just put in there that I dropped off a TB.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's you don't have to be the first cache that you found there. It don't have not the first cache, but it doesn't have to be a cache you've never found before.
Right.
Yeah. So, and I know a couple of owners of caches. People have put their TBs in it, and the owner was going 40 miles south to work there every day, and he would actually take them out and travel with them and put them in a cache where they get some 40 miles on them.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure he was putting them in the same cache every time.
Probably so.
And yeah, if somebody puts a TB in your cache, and you just happen to be going to Utah or something that next weekend, you can take that TB out and log that you got it. Just because it's your cache doesn't mean you can't participate.
Right.
So it's something for you to think about when you go to finding them. But make sure you try to send it the direction that it wants to go. If not, leave it for somebody else. Take something else out of
Well,
it.
you could even take it 30, 40 miles or whatever and drop it in another one for somebody else to pick it up.
Right.
Because like me, I have no sense of direction. My geography's horrible, so I don't know. Somebody tells me it's going here. Well, I don't know which way to send it.
Well, say you have a cache, or say you've got a TB. It's in your hands, and it's sitting here on the table. We have somebody from Arizona come down and visit us for a week, and they say, "Hey, I'd like to take that cache back, that
give it to
TB
them,
back
yeah.
to Arizona." You take it from that person.
Yeah.
Grabbed it from Crazy-Critter-1966, because it shows it in your hands. And when you open up that little box to say what you're doing, one of the choices would be you either discovered it, or lost it or whatever. But one of the options in there is grabbed from Crazy Critter 1966. And then all you have to do is click that and say, well, I've got the TB.
Yeah.
And when you go back to Arizona, put it out there. We've done that.
Yeah,
We've done that kind of roundabout ways, haven't we?
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
I remember when old Paul, Pilot Suggs, over in the UK.
Uh-huh.
When he had that one website going after
Cash
Face. I think it was the first one he had. I'm not sure. Maybe the second one. But he mailed me 2 TVs to put out over here. Well, he took them to a couple of places to visit.
Yeah.
Got maybe 10 miles on them. And then he mailed them to me. Well, I was supposed to keep one and send the other one to K&B out in Arizona for him to start out there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, already, when I got it in the mail, it already had 3,000 miles on it from the first cash I put it in.
Right.
Because it traveled from the UK to here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was in Ohio. But when I mailed that other one on to K&B, there was another 2,000 miles onto that because it was that far from where I was.
Yeah.
But he started his in Arizona, and I started mine in Ohio. Well, mine went west, and his went east. Mine ended up I think it ended up in California, last place. It's been to Canada. It's been different couple other states up in that northwest corner. And it ended up in California. Ken, his ended up in Tennessee.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So they almost, some, not cross lines, but they reversed opposite directions. And that's what we wanted it to do. Mine went west. I'm on the east coast, and it went west. He's more like on the west coast, and it went east.
There you go.
But we lost them both. I've never seen where they're at now.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, they haven't been either discovered or found in probably, almost a year.
Wow.
So we don't know where they went. One of these days they'll pop up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they always do. Well, we're almost out of time here. We've been here 39 and a half minutes. So that leaves us 6 minutes to go. Send us an email, send Hiker James or Crazy Critter 1966 an email. You can send your emails to Radio Talk Show 2013 at gmail.com. Either one of us could answer you on that. Send us a voice message at speakpipe.com/hikerjames. And let me get this straight. I messed up here a couple weeks ago when I gave you the phone number to the studio. One of the numbers. My Skype number. That's what it was.
Okay.
I was giving you the wrong area code on my Skype number. The new Skype number that we have here in Florida, not Ohio. I had Ohio area code on it.
Yeah, it might help to have the right one.
Okay, the Skype number here for us is 239-935-5350. And, hell, I don't know. We're done.
Okay.
It's 40 minutes, got 5 minutes left. And we're just going to go ahead and call it short today. Hope everybody enjoyed the show. If you did, send us an email and let us know. If you didn't, send us an email and let us know.
Oh, but please be a little kind on the, well, it wasn't so good.
Yeah, but we're the only ones that are reading it. It probably wouldn't matter what they say, but we might hold a grudge against it there
We don't
next
want to
week.
we don't want to get our feelings hurt too bad.
Yeah. Okay, so till next week when you hear us, this is Hiker James, Crazy Critter 1966, doing our photo caching in the USA. What do we say?
Cash you later.